If God is omniscient, how come he didn't have the perspicacity to know that Lucifer would become the devil and not create him?
Yeah, it's a great question. And so the first thing I would want to say is that evil did not catch God by surprise. So he did know beforehand. The Bible does describe that he has foreknowledge, so he knows the future free will decisions of creatures before they take place. So why didn't he use that foreknowledge? Many people ask, and I think this is what you're asking, like he could have just not created the creature who fell and became Satan, right? Why doesn't he just use that power to not create him? And there's more than one possible way to answer that question. I don't claim to know. I'm certainly not God. I don't claim to know what the answer is, but there's at least two possible solutions. I don't know if either one of them is correct. But one of them is that perhaps if God were to use his foreknowledge and say, well, I'm just not going to create Lucifer because he's going to do all these horrible things, it might be that someone else would have arisen that would be even worse, right? It might have been worse on the whole for the entire universe if God had used his foreknowledge in that way, in ways that we cannot actually understand or foresee because we don't know the end from the beginning. But then you can say, well, why wouldn't God just use his foreknowledge each time, right? Anytime someone might sin or do evil, he just doesn't create that individual, that angel, or that creature. And it seems to many people, many thinkers, that if God were to use his power that way, that none of us would really have free will. We would just think that we did. We would feel as if we did, but actually no one would ever actually have the power to exercise their free will to act in any way other than the way God wants them to, because he's already taken it away preemptively. Even if we didn't know it, he would know it. And if God is really love and going to grant genuine freedom, it seems like he can't use his foreknowledge in that way to stop someone from coming into existence just because he knows they're going to misuse their free will. Those are a couple of ways that people approach the question. Again, I don't claim to know, only God knows, but those are some ways of thinking about it.